Hi, so today I'm going to talk about how to coach your child to be more self-motivated to study so that you get to nag less. Hello, my name is Perry Lai and I'm making this video because this is a very common request from parents that I get during my coaching. And I thought, why not make it a video, make this like a course, a very quick course, so that less effort, more impact, right? Okay, so very quickly, I'm going to give you an overview of motivation. What exactly is motivation? The science of drive. Where does it come from? There is a book by Daniel Pink. This book here. Now, this book literally spells out what it takes for a person to be self-motivated. Doesn't matter if you're a student or an adult or anyone. There are three pillars basically. The three pillars are, in no particular order, these are the three pillars: purpose, autonomy, and mastery. So what does it actually mean? Purpose is knowing your why. Knowing your why. So knowing your why, there's a saying by Jim Rohn. He said that if you give the child, if the promise is clear, the payment is easy. If the promise is clear, the payment is easy. Yeah. So giving your child that purpose of why. So for example, for my kid, for Luther, he's now 11 years old. At 11 years old, we have already decided what he's going to be. He has kind of thought through what kind of route he wants to take in his secondary school years and beyond. And he wants to focus on athletics and sports without going into the Singapore Sports School and being a professional athlete. Because what he really loves is fitness. Not sports, but fitness. And we found that there are schools that offer O-level PE. Can you imagine that? They don't call it PE, they call it exercise and sports science, I believe. Yeah. And they teach biomechanics, physiology, kinesiology, stuff like that as an O-level subject. Isn't that fascinating? So for Luther, it fascinates him because that's his passion and his strength as well. And with that in place, it really narrows the number of schools he wants to go to. And with those clear targets, suddenly there's a reason for him to be studying for his Chinese, because there is a cutoff point. You can be great at all your subjects, but if you totally flunk your Chinese and your overall aggregate is going to suffer, then you're going to have a problem getting into the schools you want. So suddenly now he has, not suddenly, but now he has a real purpose of why. Okay, to make it practical for you, how do you give a child a why? This is the key word here. A goal. A child, I don't know what age a child is, but most children, they can't really conceptualize purpose and a why, a mission statement, all that. They can't really conceptualize that. But once they have a concrete goal, a direction that they want to move towards, then their daily actions, their daily decisions becomes so much easier. Then they get to rationalize and not only rationalize but understand emotionally with the pull and push of why they want to procrastinate and why getting things done now is important. A goal. Right? So think about that. How do you sit down with your child and set goals with your child? Now the goal, I would recommend that you have two kinds of goals. You have this, and you have this. So outcome goals are basically the end outcome. So for example, outcome goals would be like, I want to score 85% or 85 out of 100 for a particular subject. A process goal would be practice of 30 minutes a day. So you can measure you can actually be successful every day in a process goal. You can. But for an outcome goal, it's a lag. We call it a lag metric, right? You don't really know it. You can't really measure. You can't really see the result of it until right at the very end. But for a process goal, you get to track it every day. Every day you know if you are hitting your goal or not, which is really powerful. Okay. Next, autonomy. What does autonomy mean? Autonomy means the freedom to do as they choose. I know it's hard, but think about that. Think about this. How likely are you to be motivated and want to master something if you were forced to do it every day? Versus, you chose to do it every day, right? Doesn't take, I know it's strange how we can separate the mindsets and thinking between adults and children, but basically we share the same neurology. We're wired the same way. We get motivated and we get pushed away by the same influences. So how do you build in freedom and autonomy into a child's daily life? Okay, this is how we do it. We use something called a plan. Now, why is a plan powerful? Once you have a plan, once a child can see what the plan is, the child then gets to exercise discipline, gets to exercise control. He begins to know what is expected of him, and it's even more powerful if he came up with a plan himself, knowing what the outcomes are that he wants to achieve. Of course, we have to coach. You would want to, if you choose to, you can coach your child through this process, because we as adults, we have a little more experience at planning. Our prefrontal cortex, this facility of higher order thinking, is more developed than theirs, so we can help them and be a consultant to them. But ultimately, if the entire plan came from us, the adult, the parent, then you're not exactly hitting you're not exactly checking off the box of autonomy. So just think about that. So plan is, you want to sit with your child and not negotiate, but plan through with your child. Get your child's input, right? I'm over explaining, but you get what I'm saying. Plan. Okay, so what I advise is that you make the plan visible, so you can put it on the wall, out of sight, out of mind, right? So you want it to be visible. And then you have the different kinds of plans because they hit different buttons. Let me write it all out first. Now at first glance, it looks like an overkill. Like, what? I'm going to have this many different kinds of plans, but each of them, it doesn't have to be complicated. I'm going to show you some really simple ones. You can, for a weekly plan would be, you can have it on the wall for a weekly plan. You can buy these things from popular bookshops or wherever you buy these stuff from. Weekly plans is just, in a glance, how does a week look like, so that they know where their empty slots are, right? And then monthly plans is, they don't get caught off guard. They can see everything, and they know what they're working towards for that month. A daily plan gives them the clarity of what they have to do right now, because one of the biggest obstacles to taking action, one of the best friends to procrastination, is lack of clarity. Once you're clear on what to do, then your confidence kicks in, right? Clarity and confidence, they are like really close cousins, if not siblings. And then visible, of course, like I said, out of sight, out of mind. I'm going to show you one website that I found that has all these resources available for you to download and use immediately. These kind of plans, weekly, monthly, and daily plans. My worry is that the website might not always be around, so let me know if that happens, and I'll update it with updated resources. Okay, I love this website. I got Luther's monthly goal tracker over here, which is I'm going to share with you how to use this monthly goal tracker afterwards. But you can print so many different kinds of plans, and you can choose according to your child's personality, and just put it in and just use it, right? Or you could just buy one off the shelf. That's not a problem. So here's the website, popsugar.com. You can check them out. Okay. Finally, mastery. Mastery is this. Your child must feel a sense of growth, a sense of improvement, so that that motivation thing kicks in. So how do we structure that? The key word is this: track improvement, track results. Whatever gets measured gets improved. Whatever gets measured gets managed. The list goes on. You can Google all these quotes, but basically once you measure something, you inevitably, it's a mathematical certainty almost. Certainty almost. Not an English teacher, math teacher. It's a mathematical certainty almost that your child will begin to improve and sometimes even make a breakthrough to stratospheric results. I've seen that happen so many times, from an absolute F to an A within months, within like 2 months. That can happen just by tracking. Oops, why did I do this? No. So the thing about tracking is there's a really simple way of tracking. It's been frequently credited to Seinfeld of the don't break the chain tracking. So what is this don't break the chain tracking by Seinfeld? Which I tell you right now that it's not exactly by Seinfeld. He has since negated it and said that this is really not from me. Someone credited to him and it kind of stuck. But he has come out to say that it's not by him. But since it's stuck, I'm just going to use the Seinfeld method. I'm just going to call it that because everyone else is calling it that anyway. What is the meaning of don't break the chain? So for tracking, what I believe in is not in just tracking results. Now tracking results is easy because the schools will do that for you. That's in the results that come back after marking, right? But what's important about tracking is effort. Tracking effort is really powerful because it gives a person control, a locus of control. They can't really control results. Results is what it is, right? But for effort, they can tell every day whether they have done something or not, and they can easily check that off. So, like I mentioned just now, I gave this track. What's happening? Where is it? Let me see. I'm looking for the one that I said that I let you Luther use. If you're getting dizzy, just look away first. I'll let you know. Yeah, there it is. Found it. Okay. So this monthly goal tracker, the way I use it with Luther is that he fills in the process goals inside these boxes. So I think it's better if I copied it into, okay, here we go. Copy and paste. Okay, so what we do is we put in the process goals, like for example, it's 30 minutes of Chinese, then 1 hour of English, and he even have things like 30 sit-ups because his passion, right? And I'm reproducing something that he actually did. I'll show you I'll show you the actual example that I've made a screenshot of his. But this is an example. So this is day 1 of the month, day 2 of the month, 3rd, 4th, 5th, so on and so forth. And as soon as he has done this for the day, he gives a check mark. And so the key is to make the chain unbroken. So if you see this, it's bad. And we want to avoid this. Okay? And so just like that, your child begins to feel a sense of time and effort, and the mastery kicks in when they see themselves getting more and more of the same kind of questions correct. But that is just a sense. That one, without a math coach in place, without someone like me to sit with your child and tell your child that they are improving in a particular area, it's quite hard for your child to feel it. But I tell you, this monthly goal tracker is good enough for them to feel a sense of mastery as they move forward. Alright, I hope this was useful to you. If you have any other questions, go ahead and send me a message. Oh, I did say I was going to show you a real example, right, of what Luther does, of how Luther used it. Did I take a picture of it? Yes, I did. It's over here. Can I? There it is. There you go. I scanned it so it doesn't look perfect, but look, the rows are really strange because there's so many sports related items here, right? There is sit and what's it called? Shuttle run. SH dot R dot is shuttle run. There's 1.6 standing broad jump, push ups, sit ups, sit and reach, and then there is he has a target of more than 91% for English, and he's got his process goals written out already. And the process goals, if he has done it, he'll put a check mark against this. Right, so you can see that he's far more motivated in his in his fitness goals than his school goals. But I let him be because ultimately I just want to give him a structure for him to pursue self-mastery. What's most important to me as a parent, it's, you know, every parent has their philosophy. To me, the skill of self-mastery is much more important than the academic results itself. The academic results, one of the above. Correct me if I'm wrong. The academic results. So you decide. If this works for you, let me know. If it doesn't work for you, let me know as well, and I'll see what I can do. Yeah, so I hope this was useful. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.